for your own purposes at any time in the future, you can certainly do that as well. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Thank you for being here. And thank you so much to our guest speaker today, Jackie Durbin, who is with eXp Realty as well. And she is a producing agent as well as a kvCore coach. And as I mentioned to many of you, we are looking to continue to bring the people that are already in our world forth in the ways that they have experiences and opportunities to give to us in eXp Family Tree. That's really what the culture is about. And it is really for anybody who, wants to join in and have the conversation. We know a lot of people, even outside of eXp, use kvCore. So Jackie is the founder of Rewire. She's the owner of Uniquely Made. She's the host of Teachers in Real Estate and Rewire with Us. She is a team owner, a national and international kvCore coach. She's a published author and a mother to 4. Jackie has always been described by many friends and coworkers as the woman who never stops and never takes no for an answer. I love that. And as a teacher for nearly 2 decades, she was adamant about teaching her students how to advocate for themselves, something Jackie is very passionate about. So if you need a cheerleader in your life, she's gladly going to pick up her pom-poms for you and support you and help you to be an advocate for yourself. If you guys want to follow her on Instagram, it's just at Jackie Durbin AZ. So you guys should follow her on Instagram. And of course, you can find her here in Work Chat if you are within eXp. And without further ado, super excited to have you, Jackie. Please unmute yourself. You do have access to share your screen here if you want to. This can be conversational. This can be whatever is comfortable for you. We're very casual here, but we're super excited to learn from you. And thank you again so much for taking the time.
All right. So I have to warn you, you're going to see me on like a 6 because I've been sick the past like 4 days and I have like the worst cough that will not go away. Oh. I was doing shots of my cough syrup earlier. And I've got my water and a cough drop. Tell me you live in Arizona without telling me you live in Arizona. I have my Stanley, my first of many Stanleys. I'm so excited. I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. I'm gonna have to name him. I don't know. He's orange. I feel like he should have like the orange Muppet. And the only one I can think of is Bert. So I think I'm going to name him Bert. I don't know.
I love it.
Right now he's so thank you all for being here. I'm super excited to be on here. Yes, I was a teacher for nearly 2 decades. No, I did not leave teaching because of COVID. People always say that like, oh, did you leave teaching because of COVID? No, I left teaching because COVID screwed up my kids and online teaching was not awesome. It was not the best for my own children and they needed their mom to be at home with them. We dealt with cutting, we dealt with suicide, we dealt with, my son has autism. It was just all around not well. So I told my husband, who'd always been in real estate, I was like, look, I think I want to go full time. And he was like, no. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going over your head. So I kneeled down and I prayed and I was like, God, you're above my husband. So if there's a will, I know you're going to make a way. And yes, I'm Christian, but I do cuss a little. It's okay. Jesus and I are on great terms. He's like, if you could just tone it down a notch. And I said, yes, of course I will. And so, but anyhow, in the next month, my husband's business quadrupled.
Wow.
And I think that was like the sign that he needed. And so, oh, Chrissy, I love you too. Hello. Okay. So anyhow, I was like, all right, this is going to be great. So I got into real estate and I was like, oh my God, there's so many females. This is going to be awesome. It's just like teaching. No, all the females are not nice and they don't always share. And I was like, this is stupid because we make up 75% of the industry. I don't know if you know that or not. 75% of real estate agents are female and only 25% of the top producers are female. And do you know why? Because we compete with each other instead of collaborate with one another. And so I made it my sole purpose. I'm going to be really freaking good at a lot of stuff. And I'm going to share it. And then the people who are good at stuff that I'm not really great at, they can share it with me. And then guess what? The client is going to get the best real estate agent, no matter if they use me or Betty Sue, doesn't matter. Okay. I don't know if Cari said, I'm from Kentucky originally. So yeah, names that I use are usually like Betty Sue or something, Ann or Lynn. It's just the way I roll. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in here real quick. I love QR codes and I love Canva. I don't love teaching Canva, but I do love Canva. That QR code that's right there is linked to this entire slide deck. I don't know if you're like me, but I like to have the slide deck so that way I can go back. So if you scan that, it should work. If it doesn't, we're going to blame it on my imaginary assistant, but hopefully it works. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm not going to tell you about myself. I actually took that slide out because we've already talked about me. I will say one thing though. Hang on. I am a published author. I wrote a book about my son raising a child who's on the spectrum because it can be kind of lonely. So if you're on this call or if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on replay, if you have a child that has autism, please message me and I'll give you my information at the end. I would love to gift you a copy of this book. Notice I said gift. I don't sell my books. You can buy them on Amazon, but I like to gift them away. So whatever. Anyhow, so this is how I roll. I'm going to go through the slide deck. I'm going to jump into kvCore just real quick. The way that I'm different, because there's lots of agents that are like, I'm really good at kvCore. I'm not going to deny their goodness. I'm just going to say I'm better than them. And that's okay, because for 20 years, I had to keep the attention of 4th and 5th graders. And do you know what the question they ask every single time? But how am I going to use this in real life? Do I really need to know how to come up with the square root of this? Like, when am I going to use that in real life? So because that was ingrained in me for 20 years, that's how I teach kvCore. I'm going to show you the steps to do it, but then I'm going to show you how to use it in real life that's actually really worked, okay? Because we moved here 4.5 years ago with 0 sphere of influence, and we very quickly had to find a way to create business, and understanding our CRM was the best way. Now, is kvCore the end all be all? No, I've seen bigger and better. However, I get it for free with my brokerage. I love free. Okay. Free is amazing. And it doesn't matter how awesome the CRM is if I don't use it and use it effectively. Okay. So I'm sure there's lots of people on different spectrums, whether you're like brand spanking new, never even seen the kvCore. Wow, this is exciting. She talks really fast. Or, dude, I've used kvCore. I could probably teach this. I challenge you. Okay. So here we go. Questions are encouraged. Don't put them in the chat. Just unmute yourself. We're all adults here. Okay. Obviously, I'm not in charge of this, so I'm not recording, but Cari is, okay? And then that's how you get in touch with me. That QR code goes somewhere. I don't know where, because it's been a minute since I've used this slide deck. So hopefully it took you somewhere cool. All right, here we go. This is the things that I love about kvCore. One, the way that I import clients. I can do it individually or by bulk. If you do not have a good a bulk sheet that you use for kvCore, if you message me or message Cari, whatever, message somebody, I'll get you my bulk sheet, but there's rules on it. Number one, when you open it, make your own damn copy, because if you start putting your stuff on mine, I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it quickly. Okay. So don't do that. Okay. Make a copy. And then once you're finished, just download it as a CSV file. And it's like step by step. If you've never done that, you could honestly go to Google and be like, how do I upload a bulk import sheet on kvCore? And someone will walk you through it. It may be my video. It may be somebody else. Because remember, I'm not the only one. Okay. I'm not a unicorn. The thing that I also like about kvCore is the day-to-day activities. So every single morning, I'm a teacher. Okay. Even though I've retired, I'm still teacher mindset. Okay. So what that means is I want to learn the easiest way to do the most difficult task. I want to work smarter, not harder. And I want to have like a set schedule. So I have an hour every morning that I block out before my family wakes up, because I have 4 kids and a husband and 2 monster dogs. Okay. So it gets really loud when everybody's moving and grooving. Okay. So I spend an hour and I go through on the dashboard of kvCore. There's a little thing that says all activity. If you click that drop down button, it'll show you the individual things, which works better for me because I'm ADHD as the day is long. So I want to see who is looking at houses, and I can see all of the list. I can see how many times they viewed. And someone said, well, how far back should you go? And I'm like, dude, were you not around 9 months ago? The market was crazy. Like, you had to give away children, left arms, kidneys, everything, like all kinds of crazy stuff. There's a lot of people who didn't buy a house. Yes, you should call them. Well, when's too long? When they've changed their phone number or they don't accept your phone calls. I don't know. Like, there's no magic answer for that. Hello, I'm 5 years into sales. Some people have been doing this a lot longer. Okay. I don't know, until they don't answer your phone. Okay. The other thing I like is that there's free lead gen. Can you boost properties? Yes. Should you? Totally up to you. Okay. I've boosted properties before and gotten like 6 leads. And I think maybe one of them was good, like good, meaning they answered my phone. Okay. The other ones didn't. How many times do you call, Jackie? I call them every day for 8 days and I don't leave a message until the 8th day. Okay. I'm kind of like single white female like that. Okay. Ways to use landing pages. I love that I can use landing pages for anything. And I have created a way to use my landing pages for my circle marketing. So we used to use a program called Celebrity Agent, which was kind of cool, but it's really expensive. It's like $1,400 a month. I'm like, dude, that's a Tesla. No, if I can't afford a Tesla, I can't afford Celebrity Agent anymore. So we have to find a better way. And the little postcards, what are they going to do? They're throwing them away, or they use them to like get like the dust off of like, you know, or like a dead bug or something. Like, no, they're not using it for what I want them to use. And so what I did was I went with my title company and I was like, hey, I need all the information for this neighborhood because I farm it. And they were like, got you. So I have all their emails. And so what I do is anytime, because my MLS in Arizona, we have coming soon status. I know everyone has different MLSs. In ours, we have coming soon status. So what does that mean? Real estate agents can advertise and market their home for sale before it hits the market. So what do I do as an agent? I'm like, dude, I'm a secret agent. I can tell you houses that aren't for sale yet. Oh, is it on Zillow? No, because Zillow's not as cool as me. Okay. All right. No. So quit, get off the Zillow. It's like you're trying to get people like off of like crack cocaine, like get off the Zillow, get on my website. I'll show you everything. So I use landing pages for just sold, coming soon. And I send it out to the people who are in that sphere. And what it does is it makes me the expert. Because now when they want to know information about their neighborhood, they ask me, hey, what's the market look like in my neighborhood? You know what? Let's look up. You want to jump on a Zoom, or you want me to just email you some stats? Just email me some stats. Awesome. Actually, you know what? I hate Zoom. Come over. Let's have some beers. Absolutely. I'm bringing my computer and like a 6-pack. Okay. And so what it does is it creates this whole idea of you being the expert, and you're using kvCore. And it's super easy because I need to quit saying it's easy because some people think it's difficult. It can be a very simple step-by-step. Once you've done it a couple of times, it starts to be routine for you. Things I've learned though, don't put the address in, because if it's coming soon, where are they going to go? They're going to go to the Google. Okay. They're going to type in the address. It's going to take them to the Zillow, and the Zillow is going to tell them this home is not for sale. Now you're a liar. And if it's just sold and you put in the address, they don't need to get to you to find out what it's sold for. They can find it right there. I can remember as a little girl, my dad on Sunday mornings, he would get out the paper when we got back from church, and he would always go to the one section where it would show all the homes that sold in every zip code in our town, because we're from Louisville, Kentucky, because he was nosy. He wanted to know what the houses were selling for. So guess what? Just sold works. And it's how we get tons of our listings in our farm area. Things you don't want to miss. Phone numbers and emails. Okay, so here's one thing. I have a lot of agents that reach out to me and they say, oh, my emails keep going to people's spam. That's because of EXP. Sorry, EXP. I love you. Okay, I still love you. Okay, so much. But our email with EXP is a fake email. It's not a real one. And so what happens is some people's emails shoot our emails back as spam, which they should. Yeah, it is spam. I'm trying to sell you stuff. Hello. Okay. How are you doing? It's how I make my money. It's how I feed my children. So what you need to do is in your profile, you need to actually go through and put in a additional email. I put in my email that my EXP email gets forwarded to. That has cut back on the amount of spams. Now, is stuff still going to go to spam? Yeah, I can't cure everything. Okay. I've tried. I can't. The other thing is phone numbers. If you have ever tried to act like a client on your website, it asks for your email and then it's like, hey, put in a password. How about your cell phone number? Sly, really sly. Okay, that was like the worst pickup line ever. There is a spot in your website where you can request their phone number. Now, I will tell you, kvCore says, oh, don't do this. Okay, my good friend Gogo Becky says, I will, how does she say it? Your opinion matters to me when I can deposit in my bank account or something like that. I don't know. I freaking love her. She's awesome. If you don't love her, I'm sorry. You probably haven't met her. She's really cool. Okay. Campaigns and I are on a love-hate relationship. Okay. This is why. One, campaigns should not be as difficult as we make them. Okay. The purpose of the campaign, that's what you have to remind yourself. Why do I need to put these people on a drip where it automatically sends them stuff every single month? Okay. Why do I have to do that? Well, my closed clients, right? They just bought a house. They're not going to go buy a house. And I want to stay in the frame of mind. Okay. Ask yourself, if you just bought a house, what would be good things and valuable content that I could send to you that's actually going to help you out? Create a campaign for that. And don't send it all the time. Okay. Maybe send it like once a month. Okay. And call them. We just did a client appreciation event. It was our first big event. We rented out like a movie theater for all of our past clients. We called one of our biggest investors. He's bought and sold like 6 houses with us. He forgot who we were. He's bought 6 houses with us and he forgot who we were. That's the purpose of a campaign. It's to stay in front of those past clients. It's also there to nurture those buyers and sellers who are on the fence for a year, but don't just keep asking them the same stupid question. Do you want to buy? Do you want to go sell? Are you ready to buy? Are you ready to list? No, if they were, they would have already called you. So give them good stats. And that's not necessarily in a campaign. That's why I use my next favorite thing, scheduled emails. So like if I create this amazing newsletter, and if you're not using Canva, you really should. Canva has this really cool tool. It's called Canva Docs. And inside of Canva Docs, you can do what's called Magic Write. And you can say 10 things every home seller wants to know in 2023. And it'll give you all these topics. Put that in your dang email. Then you don't have to do anything. Now, always go back and check like grammar and that it's accurate, because one of the ones that I put in said that we were still in a seller's market. Where? Can you tell me that, please? I want to go there. I want to go to that place, please. Hashtags. Hashtags are amazing, but it doesn't have to be super complicated. The hashtag's just a way to categorize them. Okay. Think of it as a filing system. Okay. Your CRM, all your people are all in your filing cabinet. The hashtag just groups them. You have all your buyers, you have all your sellers, and then maybe you have like your buyers who also bought like inside of the buyers. You have the buyers who bought in each of the different cities, or maybe you have it that they bought in certain like niches. Okay. So my niche is 55 plus on golf communities. People are always like, really? Why do you want to work with age restricted? Because I'm not that far away from their age and I love to golf. Hello, those are my people. It's okay. Do we end up seeing 50 houses on one day? Yes. Yes, we do. Do they write an offer on any of them? No. No, they don't. Do we do it the next day? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. But it's okay because they're fun to be around. All right. They bring snacks. And then saved filters. Saved filters will save your life on your dashboard. If you don't have any saved filters, there's very few steps to create your saved filters, and I can show you how to do that. All right. All right. So here we go. Client import. These are the different ways that people get in there. And you need to understand that's the goal every day. Okay. So like my husband and I run a team, and one of the things that we tell our agents, you should add 25 people every single week to your kvCore. And people always are like, what? Yeah. I have all these leads. Are they in your database? No. Well, then they're not leads. Have you tried to call them? Do you have them set up on like a search alert? No. Then they're just people. You basically took a picture of like the back of like a bathroom door and they were like, look, these are my people. They're not your people. They're the people who just happen to get on whatever. Okay. So make sure that you're putting people into your CRM. Next, because I have to go fast. Okay. Day-to-day activities. I talked about this. So on the dashboard, property views, see who is looking at properties. Okay. See what time of day they're looking at properties. My favorite thing about the dashboard on the little drop-down is what's called email events. Okay. Because are there any new agents, like newer agents, like in like your first year? Unmute and go whoop, whoop. If you've only been in the business for like a year. No whooping. Damn it. I always want to hear the whoop. Okay. So here we go. Okay, well, then maybe you all will get back into your time machine with me. Okay, so when I first started in the industry and I had to call people, I had no idea what to say. I was like, hey, sunny day out, right? Like, and then you live in Arizona, it's sunny every day. So like, that's a stupid conversation, okay? So on the email events, you can see who opens your emails. It'll show you all of them, and it tells you what day and time of the day that they open them. So one, it tells me when I should call them, because guess what? If you can open up an email at that time, by golly, you can answer a phone call. Okay. So what do I call them about? The email I sent them, and I see it right there. So then I go, hey, Bill Smith, last week I sent you an email about some different things that you could do to your home to increase your return of investment on your upgrades. Did you get that email? Were you able to read it? Oh, I didn't read it. In my head, I'm going, freaking liar. I just see that you opened it, but okay. Oh, no worries. So basically what it was talking about like kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, working on like the outside of your home. Oh, you know what? I think I did read that. Yeah, Bill, liar. I know you read it. I saw that you read it. Okay. So then I'm like, hey, is that kind of stuff helpful for you? Like as a homeowner, is that the kind of stuff that you enjoy getting? Actually, Jackie, can I be quite honest? Yeah, I opened it and I closed it. Okay. I respect that. Thank you for telling me this. What types of things, because I'm a real estate agent, I'm a professional, and this is my full-time gig, like what are some things that I could send you that would be of value to you? That does two things. One, it reiterates the fact that I'm flipping professional. Okay. This is not selling sunset. Okay. I'm not selling sunset. I'm selling homes because I have too many kids and they're expensive. Okay. All right. And it does another thing. I'm asking him, what do you need from me? So I'm going to validate what he needs. And then he's going to be like, damn, I asked for this and she gave it to me. Is he more likely to refer clients to me? Yeah, because I listen. Something that sometimes we don't all do the best. Okay. So that really helped me, the email events, because now I know what to say to people. Calls and tasks. These are really cool. If you don't have kvCore mobile app on your phone, you need to, because there's a dialer on there. Now, I did train a team and they all had their own smart numbers, every single agent. And I was like, why? Why do you need a smart number? Tell me. Because I don't have my own. And they're like, well, so that way our clients can call us. And I'm like, do you not have a phone? And they were like, well, we don't want them to have our number. And I'm like, but you want their number? How does this work? This sounds like witchery. And I didn't know this, but the dialer, when you have your own smart number, it records your calls. So that way in a team event, you could actually listen to each other's calls and give people feedback. And I'm like, okay, I was judging you, but that's okay. Cause I'm like 63% judgmental. It's okay. I took a test. I'm working on it. But you've convinced me why there could be value. So that's kind of cool. But I love the calls because what it'll do inside of your profile, you can tell it how many calls do I want a day? And kvCore will generate those calls for you. And then you got to call them though. Okay. All right. Or you can say like, hey, guess what? I don't want to work on the weekends. When I left teaching and I went into real estate, I was like, open houses on Saturday? I don't work on Saturday. Saturday is the day that I like sit outside. No, I don't want to go to someone's house. Okay. And then the other cool thing is you can link your calendar. You can link, if you have a Google account, or I think it's Yahoo, maybe. I think the people still have Yahoo. Then you can link that calendar in there. So it's really cool when you're setting appointments, your calendar's right there and you're already on kvCore. So like, you don't have to go anywhere else. I will not have a coughing fit. Squeeze pages. This is how I use them. If you're going to screenshot anything, screenshot this. Single properties, I use them for all of these reasons. If you're not doing Facebook marketplace ads, and don't boost them. They're Facebook leads. Okay. They're not golden. All right. Some of them are okay. But like, it's bottom of the barrel. Okay. But if you do them every single day, you will start getting a lot of traffic. And you want to feed them to your website. Okay. You want to get them out of the Facebook Messenger messaging. Okay. You want them into your Facebook, out of there and then into your website. Multi-property. This is what I use. No HOAs, man. People really do not like their HOAs. Okay. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with mine, but, those are great things. Also, when you're at an open house, I don't do the paper things. I don't do paper. All right. I try to eliminate as much paper as I can, as I sit here with like piles of papers right here, but anyhow, do as I say, not as I do. So what I do is I create a single property for the open house on a QR code. And then I make another QR code for multi-property for all the open houses that are nearby, because they may not like my house, but I want to give them value. And someone would argue like, well, but you're not showing them. No, but I'm going to send them a card. I'm going to be like, nah, hey, look, did you scan that QR code up in the primary bedroom? I did. Did you see the other open houses that are nearby? I did. Okay. I'm going to help you out. Yeah. Okay. So you know how you had to sign in at my open house? Yeah. You did sign in, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you gave me your real information? Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's my card. If you go to any of the other ones, hand this card to them and say, this is my agent. And they will put my information in their database instead of yours. And that way they'll pester me and not you. Oh my God, are you serious? Yes. Why do I do that? I want that agent to call me. I want to know that those people came in and they showed my card. And I want to give them a value. Because guess what? It's like when you go to buy a car, you know, like you pull up in the car lot and all of a sudden all the guys like, doesn't make you feel good. Okay. It's scary. So that's a way that I can do that. I also, if there's no open houses, because I do open houses during the week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes, people actually come in through the week. And they're serious buyers too. Don't get as much traffic, but the people who come in are serious. And so I'll do, okay, here's all the other houses that are nearby that meet this similar, like demographics or whatever. Now, if I'm doing an open house, and it's just me in there because it's kind of slow during the week. And someone's like, oh my gosh, I scanned. There's a house right down the road. Can you see if it's vacant? Yes, I can. It is vacant. You know what? Let me lock up this open house. I'm going to come right back to it. Let's walk down and let's go look at this house right now. Yeah, I picked up 3 buyers this week from doing that. Now, some people do that already. Like when someone comes through and you have conversations with them and you're like, hey, you know, what are you looking for? And then like you do the quick search. I'm not really good with the quick search. And so I like to have the search already done. And then I just have it there for them. So it's the exact same thing, just a different vehicle. All right. Seller squeeze pages. Yes. Send those out every single quarter to your sphere of influence that are in your database. Okay. And this is how you get them to actually like click on the button. Okay. You go live with your phone, like really close to you. Okay. Because you want to like get their attention, right? Have you ever heard of like, hey, you have to have a hook? This will hook them. Hey guys, it's Jackie. I just want to let you know the spring. Okay. Because spring's our next holiday, right? Or season. Yeah. Spring. Okay. Sorry. I live in Arizona. We have like 2 seasons. Okay. So, hey guys, spring is just around the corner. Do you want to get your exclusive spring home value? Anytime you use words like exclusive, people are all over it because everyone has FOMO, which my daughter tells me is not a cool word to use anymore, but whatever. I'm going to listen to her. She's 20. I've lived way longer than her. And then the market reports, I have a love-hate relationship with the market reports inside of kvCore. I think I could create something much prettier in Canva. It's just, it's not all the bells and whistles and it doesn't always give me all the information. So take it for what it's worth, but it's nice. All right. So these are the ways that I use my landing pages. Coming soon, just sold, and then also current inventory in the neighborhood. So when you're creating a landing page, it always asks you at the top, what URL do you want them to go to? If you don't put anything there, it goes to your IDX website. Okay. If you put something there, then when they click that little submit button, it goes there. So you could create a multi-property squeeze page for all the homes that are in the neighborhood. Could they look at Zillow and find that information? Yes. Would it take them a while to figure out how to use Zillow to be able to do that? Yes. I've made it so much easier for them. And so what I do is I'm like, hey guys, I know you're not going to leave our neighborhood because you love our neighborhood just as much as I do. Okay. However, we need to find some new neighbors. There are currently 10 houses for sale. Here is the link. If you push this button, you'll be able to see all 10 of them. Send them out to people that you know that we actually want in the neighborhood that don't suck. Okay. We no more Karens. And if there's anyone who's named Karen on this, I apologize that you have the name. Don't worry about it. Okay. We still love you and we accept you. Troubleshooting. Okay. I already talked about that. Oh my gosh. I have to go so fast. Okay. Campaigns. Some people call them drips. It's emails, tasks, calls. One thing I would encourage you, if you're using campaigns, take the time to make the email, the actual like advanced edit. Okay. And if you've never played around with that, you're not going to break it. You may break your computer, but you're not going to break kvCore. Okay. But what's cool is you can brand it to you. So you could have like all of your colors. You can pull in email headers from Canva. You can add submit button blocks. So that way you can send them to different people. Like maybe you want them to go to it. I would always put a seller squeeze page. What's my home worth? Always dangle that carrot. Okay. Not everyone's going to do it. Okay. But they might view the current homes for sale now, check out these dream homes, see if your dream's the same as my dream. Okay. I'm really lucky because in Arizona, we have this really fancy place called Scottsdale. And there are like the most beautiful homes in the whole entire world. I would never live out there. I don't think they would like me in my little bandana and no makeup on. But I do have a Stanley, so maybe they would accept me. I don't know. But I can put on there like, oh my gosh, guys, I just found 10 of the most beautiful homes, like luxury upon luxury. If you want to live in my fantasy world with me, click here. Do you know how many people like to see really expensive homes? Everybody, because it's cute and it's fun to fantasize about having like a $10 million house. And if you have a $10 million house right now, I could maybe add you as my fourth friend. Okay. There's also a total library. Okay. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Use the wheel that's already there and modify it to fit your own needs. Okay. Wording. Some of the wording on these library campaigns are crap. I'm like, who talks like that? Sounds like the Queen of England. Hello, dearest. Wanted to reach out to you and see if you found the home that you were looking for. Like, no, that's not how I freaking talk. Hey, y'all, just wanted to check in on you. How are things going? I think it's important to make sure that the campaign sounds like you. Okay, because the automations, and those are good. Behavior automations, actually, I do like those, and you can change those also. For triggers, every single campaign has to be triggered by something. Okay, I like to use hashtags, and the reason why is because it doesn't get messed up. Okay, it's very low computer or operator error. Computer mostly. Okay, but sometimes operator error. I had someone that was like, hey, I want every lead that comes in from Zapier and some other thing to trigger this campaign. I'm like, dude, this is okay. I can do this. I can do this. And I like stress the whole time because I always use triggers for hashtags, or I just go to them and I'm like, okay, I know that they're a buyer because I've talked to them. And so I asked her, I was like, okay, let me ask a question. Are you reaching out to these people? And that was the problem. She didn't call them. She was just starting campaigns. And I'm like, I get it. Like, I'll do whatever you want. It's your kvCore. I'm just telling you, like, you got to call people. All right. Don't ask me what to say. Hello. How's the weather there? It's sunny here. All right. Past clients. Yes. Follow up for year one. So I always do like a, hey, you've been in the house for a month. By the way, have you changed your locks? There may be a lot of people who have your key. You might want to change your locks. If you need a locksmith or you need a handyman, let me know and I'll send you some names that I trust that we've used before in the past. Always send more than one, right? You don't want to send like something like, you don't want to be, what's it called? Targeting, swifting. I don't know, one of those words that we learned when we got real estate licensed and then we forgot because we don't really use that word. But anyhow, steering. There we go. That's the word. Steering. Okay. Then the next one I do send the holidays, but it's just like a happy holidays. It's not like a, hey, this holiday's coming up. It's, I just wanted to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Here's a list of the 3 top restaurants in the area for reservations for the holidays, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I'm going to be eating something that my family fixes. And then year 3 is great for home maintenance. So like if you have people who are in your database that closed their house out like multiple years ago, send them out maintenance things. And you're like, I don't know what to send. Go to Google and ask January home maintenance tips or home maintenance items, and it'll give you a list of stuff. And honestly, it's just cutting and pasting. Or you can go into Canva and use the magic rights and the new docs thing, and it'll tell you everything, which is really cool. And it even gives recipes. And I asked Canva doc rights, how do I survive raising a teenager? And it gave me 5 tips. I was like, all right, I see you. All right. Let's see. Let me go through this quick. Marketing. I love Core Present. For sale by owners. Oh, they're fun, aren't they? I really do like them. I know my face doesn't look like I like them, but I really do like them. And the reason why is because you have to work for them. And I can appreciate that. Okay. And when you convert one, it feels really good. Like, I'm like, yeah, I just did that. I just wrestled that alligator. The thing that they really like, and that's really helped me get to convert, is using Core Present. So if you haven't tried out Core Present, and all this stuff doesn't cost anything. Okay. So Core Present's free. You have to be careful though. So expireds and for sale by owners, they don't like us. Okay. The for sale by owner doesn't like us, and they're smarter than us. And so are the for sale by owner, because guess what? The expired person, someone failed them. Okay. So we want to feed on their emotion, but we don't want them to be emotional. Okay. So you have to figure out, why do they think it didn't sell? And then create a plan using that core present that showcases how you can do it better. And the nice thing is core present doesn't take but like 5 minutes to make. And then you just hop on a Zoom and record your screen and you're up in the corner. Don't dress like I am right now. And then just go through it and talk it through. Like, hey guys, you know what? When we were talking, I heard you say that the marketing, you didn't feel like your home was marketed the correct way. So I wanted to go through really quick. This is how I market it. And guess what? That's one of the slides in core present. Same thing for sale by owner. For sale by owners, they're not going to sell on their own. Hello. If there's real estate agents that can't sell a house for sale by owner, they might struggle too. Okay. So this is a good time to reach out to them. Also, in your listings on kvCore, it has my listings, my company's listings, and then it has what's called a manual listing. A manual listing is where you can create a single property website for sale by owner. And you can send it out to the people who are in your database and be like, hey, I have this website, I have this home. Okay, let's sell it. Who do you have? All right. Scheduled emails. I love it because it helps me to time block. Oh, I'm not going to do this, but okay. So this is really funny. I don't know if you've seen this skit. If you haven't, you need to go ahead and Google it and watch it later, but it's Jimmy Fallon and them doing the hashtags, hashtag, da, 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 and they were like going back and forth, but basically hashtags are used to categorize. You can create saved filters. You can, if you have all of that group, you can actually send out a scheduled email to everyone who's on that hashtag. It can trigger campaigns, and also it helps in your business analytics, which business analytics is a part of kvCore that a lot of people don't. But let's take a field trip real quick. Okay, hang on. Let me pause, pivot, go to kvCore. Okay. All right, let me read the chat real quick. Oh, people are laughing. People love me. Free that free. I love free. Canva regular, Canva Pro. Okay, so I believe Alicia, is it Alicia or Alicia? Okay, Alicia. Alicia, I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
I've taught a lot of kids with that name and they spell it all kinds of different ways. Okay, so it's nice to meet you. I use Canva Pro. That's like the one thing that on my business, I was like, you know what? I don't like to pay for a lot of things, but I'm going to pay for this one. I could be wrong, but I feel like Canva Docs is a part of the pro version, especially the Magic Write. But I could be wrong on that. So check it, trust, but verify anything that I say.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. All right. So kvCore, this is where I start in the morning. So this is where I was talking about right here, that all activity. I can't look at all that stuff. That's too much for me. So I go to all the property views. Now, keep in mind okay. Oh, she's looking at some more stuff. Yay. Okay. So most of mine's going to be myself because I use my kvCore to train for our team and then also other agents around, well, now the world. I know. I trained my first agents in Canada. I was like, I'm an international trainer now. Yay. Hello, let me have some maple syrup. But I can go back and I can see all of these people and I can see how many times, look at that. She looked at this house 11 times. One of the things I notice about Patty is everything she views for the most part is on her computer, but then it looks like 8 days ago, she was looking on her phone. She hasn't looked at anything this week. Why? I know why, because I talked to her. Her daughter's in town. And so right now she's spending time with her family. So I'm not pestering her right now. Down here at the bottom though, it'll always say, do you want to load more? Always load more. See what people are looking at like 6-9 months ago and call them. Hey, I know about 6 months ago when the market was crazy and we were all giving away like our children to own a home. By the way, we didn't write any offers. I wanted to know, have you put home ownership on pause or like, are you completely like, you're like, no, I'm not doing that right now. If they put it on pause, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be like, okay, remind me again, what are all of the things that you're wanting for? What is everything that what is your go-to? What does it have to have? And then what I can do is I can click on their name. I can go up here to their alert. I can edit and update anything that I need to. And I can also take away. Now, this number right here, 31, that's how many houses they got sent. That's a lot to look through. Okay. Do you really think your buyers are looking through every single one of those houses? God, I hope you don't. They're not. That's too much. So what I always tell people is every week, if you have buyers that you know they're looking at homes because you're seeing it, look at the list. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to view them all and actually check out the list. And if there's something that you're like, oh my God, that checks every single box, send that one link out to them and be like, hey, I sent this out to you before. I don't know if it actually made it to your eyeballs yet, but I feel like this is the house that you've been waiting to look for. I'm going to schedule a showing for today at 4:00. I'm just going to do a quick video tour. I want to see what it looks like before we waste your time. Look how thoughtful I am. Not being thoughtful. I'm freaking like, I'm going to sell this damn house today. I'm not asking them when they want to go see it. I'm going to go see it today at 4. And I'm going to take a video of it. If I think that it's perfect for you, I'm going to FaceTime you and give you a rough idea of what it looks like. I also just made some fear of missing out. You're going to go look at it at 4? Yeah, I am. I get off work at 3:45. Okay. Can you make it there in 15 minutes? And then I just sit there and stare at them. They're going to come. Okay. So that's one of the things that I don't think people use it as well. It's super easy to send out an email. So let me show you how you do it. Okay. So you click on this little guy, view the details. Come on. Okay. He's going to come up as a single property squeeze page. Okay. See how it says, oh, don't make me a liar. Hang on. How do I do it from here? Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Nope, I don't want to do that. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to grab this MLS. Okay, so I'm going to copy paste. I'm going to go back over to kvCore. I'm going to go to listings. I'm going to put in, come on. I should be able to put in the MLS and search it. Oh, you little snikey. Okay. I'm going to look for, where did my MLS go? Hang on. Oh, for shit's sakes. Hang on. All listings. Who was that one listed by? Oh, okay. It's a model home. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to them. So I'm going to go copy. I'm going to go back to my person. I'm just going to grab whoever it is. We'll just pretend like it's for them. So I'm going to send it. So I'm going to go to their name. I'm going to send it to them in a text. And I'm going to send them that link. Down here, see where it says MLS? 6365596. There's the address. So I'm going to add that there. I'm going to hit my merge command and the shift button, or command and the shift and my bracket key, so that way I can put in their name. And I'm going to say, hey, I found this awesome house. This link should work. If it doesn't, let me know. I'm going to go check out this house at 4:00. I hope you can come. And then I'm going to hit send. Okay. I'm not going to hit send because this is one of my 55 plus people. And if I send them this $1.5 million house, they're going to be like, I don't think you know what we want to look for. Okay. So I'm not going to send that to them. But that's how you would go ahead and send that, any of those homes to them. So where you had that MLS, that's where you're going to add it in their chat box. All these right here are what are called my saved filters. I love this because I can grab everybody that did the 30-day kvCore challenge. And I can see all of them. Notice there's only one column. I have my rows up to 250. I would encourage you to do that. Yes, it's a lot of people, but like that way you could do this. Click all of them and be like, hey, you know what? I want to add this hashtag, or I want to add a certain task. Next week, I want to reach out to all of them and see how things are going. Or maybe I want to send them a voicemail, or maybe I want to send them all a mass text. I do not use BombBomb videos. People always ask me this question. Do you use BombBomb? No. 2 reasons. One, I don't think it's useful for me. You have to pay to be able to save your videos and send it to multiple people. I think the free version you're allowed to send, I believe it's like 10, but you can't use the library at all, and you can't save and you can't send it to multiple people. And number 2, I have a YouTube channel for kvCore coaching. Why would I not want them on my kvCore? Okay. I'm not my kvCore, sorry, my YouTube channel. I want them on my YouTube channel. So I want it to be directed. However, when you use BombBomb, the cool thing about it is if you send it to them in an email, they're not redirected anywhere. They get to stay on the email. So if that's something that you think would benefit your people, yes, you should use. And I can't remember, it's not like break the bank money. It's just, I would never use it. Oh, it says you don't have it. You can only send it to at least one person. Okay, let me try it this way. Let's just grab Stacy. Oh, okay. So I can send her one. I can create a video right here. $30 a month. So not horrible, not horribly expensive. I would just prefer to like have a Starbucks instead of that. Okay. So that's just me. To create these, you go to all of your contacts and then you just filter out people. I like to use contact details, which is more of me. I do not care about these contact statuses at all. And the reason why is because kvCore moves them around. And like what I think is a client and what kvCore thinks is a client are 2 totally different things. But to me, a client is someone that I have a buyer broker agreement with. I'm out showing houses. We're going to write an offer and I'm going to be their agent. Or I have a listing, I have a listing agreement with them. That's my clients. They have something they think it's much different. These people are not my clients. We're not an agency. So I don't use these. So I might grab all my buyers or my sellers. I like to grab people who have certain hashtags, or I might like all of my agents and their hashtag is not EXP. What am I doing now? Agent attraction. Or that really bad R word, recruiting. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's awful. I get paid to do my job and to do other jobs. It's horrible. I hate bonuses. So anyhow, you can do that. The other thing I want to talk about, because I know I only have like 5 minutes, is the business analytics. This is a part that really, I think, goes unnoticed by a lot of people. If you're a team owner, this is amazing. You can just have your team agents send you a screenshot of this, like each week or each month or however you want to do it. Or maybe if you're not that type of team person, okay, let me know how that works because I'm struggle bussing. I feel like I'm like herding cats sometimes. I love them all, but it's a lot. So anyhow, so this is just a screenshot of all of the people who are in my database. Why do I want to know this? Because if this number is not changing every week, am I really creating new relationships? And if I'm not, then what the heck am I doing? Dancing and pointing at stuff on TikTok. I do that also though. This right here. So a lot of times, like when you're creating different lead things, it'll ask the source. This is where you could actually use it. So most of the people who come into my database are imported from me. So I'm importing them. They may come in through landing pages, but for the most part, I'm importing them in. And that's because they're all agents. The kvCore activity is really cool. This is how many people currently have a search alert. That's not bad, honestly, because out of the 18,000, because mine's all agents pretty much. I only have 10 people who have behavior alerts. This is how many people have campaigns running. I've only called 3 people. Bad realtor. Okay, that's because I don't log them in kvCore. But I have sent out a lot of emails and a lot of text messages. But look how many people have unsubscribed in the last 90 days. When that number starts getting big, I need to reevaluate what am I sending them? I'm clearly not sending them things that they want. And have I really even asked them? So I need to probably send out just a really short text that just says, hey guys, I'm going to be revamping some value that I want to send out to people. What is one thing that would be valuable to you? Everyone's going to be sending something different. Create a database so that way you know what to send what people, and then categorize them that way. The best CRM is the one that you're actually going to master and use. I can't wait till this comes out because I would love to see like what the response rates are. And look right here, if I click this blue button, these are the 718 people that unsubscribed. Poor guys. They don't even know what they're missing. They're missing so much fun, right? Okay. So I'm going to have 3 pages of these. Well, this one was a test. This was a buyer, or no, these were agents. These are agents who do not want to know how amazing EXP is. Okay. So what I could do is actually pull their numbers, go into HomeSnap, pull their numbers and see what's going on. And then be like, hey, the market's crazy right now. What's one thing that I could help you to increase your production? What do you need help with? And then help them with it. Right? Because I mean, we do have multiple streams of income. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like an influencer. No one's like rushing out like, oh my gosh, I've never met you, but I want you to be my sponsor. Like, really? What? No. But I can do the exact same thing though with my clients. And then the other thing I was going to show you this. So in your web IDX, in your website settings, this is where you can go down and you can change it where it asks for the phone number. Right here, mandate phone number. That's where you do that. And then on your profile, make sure that you have a from email. So right here, from email, no Yahoos. And that was funny. And no AOLs. All right. So what I did was I put in my email that is where EXP redirects my emails. And that has really slowed down the number of emails that we're going to spam. All right. So this is me. This is what you get. I do all kinds of stuff. If we're not Instagram buddies, we totally should be. I do classes every single Friday, just about on kvCore. And it's pretty much the same type of thing. Like, not just like, hey, how do I create a landing page, but what landing pages can I create that are really going to help build my business? And how can I get my landing pages out there? Where do I put my landing pages? How do you take on a for sale by owner? How do you, and it's not scripts. Okay. You can have the best script in the world, but like sometimes it's just confidence. Like I did an open house the other day. I'm going to go ahead and close down, but if you're on my website, if you're on my Instagram, this is where all the stuff is. It's right there in that little link. So the other day I did an open house, and like, guys, when I say I haven't done an open house in forever, I haven't done an open house in forever. Like I forgot to look that the house was vacant. And so guess where my desk was? Sitting on the counter. That was really comfortable. Okay. And I was not prepared at all. Okay. And this lady came through, or well, her and her husband came through, and, I was like, so what are you looking for? And I was just having a conversation with them. And they were like, oh, well, we're working with an agent. And I was like, oh, should I open the door for them? Oh, no, they're not here. Oh, okay. So can I ask you a question? Yeah. How do you know I'm not better than that agent? And they kind of looked at me exactly like some of you all did. Like, what'd you say? And I was like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're a lovely person. I'm just wondering, like, why not me though? And the husband goes, okay, I'll bite. Give me the 30-second speech. Hang on, I have to get a drink. And I said, here's the thing. There's probably 1,000 agents out there that are smarter than me, have closed more transactions than me, probably even dress nicer than me. But here's the thing. I was a teacher for nearly 20 years. And what does that tell you? I'm used to being underpaid and underappreciated, but it doesn't mean that I would work any less harder for you. I have a teacher heart. You can ask me the same questions 5 times and I'm still going to smile and answer that question like you answered it the first time. And if that's something that you think would benefit you, I would love to help you out. But if you think that you have the best agent right now, then I want you to keep using them. Guess who called me and wrote an offer? Those clients. And when I asked them, I said, wait, I thought you had an agent. And they were like, well, we'd met a guy, but we really, like, your confidence was awesome. I'm like, what? Really? I was just being cocky, but okay, cool. So we wrote an offer. So like, it's hard. Like this is probably like outside of parenting, real estate's been really hard. Like I thought it was going to be so much easier. It's not. And it's very stressful because you can't balance things. Like you can't be like, oh, this is time for my kids, because when a client calls, unfortunately, we have to take it, because if we don't help the client buy the house, we can't afford the kids for them to do whatever they want to do, right? Like we can't take them on a vacation. We can't pay their school tuition, like whatever it is. So it's like, there's always like this balance that's total and absolute bullshit. And it stinks because you really can't prioritize things. And so like, I just always encourage people, don't worry, we're all struggling mentally, or at least I am. So, but if I can be of any help to anyone on kvCore, I got you. I will help you.
I love it. And I just am going to go ahead and post that link in here too. And I'm going to post it to your Instagram and to your site with all of the information. I'm going to post that on our EXP Family Tree live stream so that people can find you there on Instagram, and then be sure to take advantage of your courses and your YouTube channel and all the great things.
Yes, there's so many free things. So many free things. My husband and my accountant keep saying, you're too free. And I'm like, oh, leave me alone.
I like it. I love it. Well, I know we got a lot of value. I don't know if anybody has anything to comment on it before we go. Anyone? Okay. And I think we covered questions. We have a number of people that were watching live. I don't see any questions, but thanks again to you guys that are watching. I'll go ahead and make this, this will remain live streamed. I'll get all of Jackie's contact information below, and her Instagram, and the link in her Instagram, and all the things that you need for, getting in touch with her. And I think this is going to be amazing. We just need to find somebody we connect with, that we can learn from in a way that we can learn it. There's so much opportunity with kvCore. And I think that we just, we just don't execute because it just seems so complicated. But to your point, once you do it, it gets a lot easier. But sometimes it's the learning style that we have in the teachers.
Yeah.
So
and just try one thing at a time. Like,
yeah,
it's like when so like everybody's New Year's resolution, I'm going to be healthy, right? So I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to exercise. I'm not going to drink alcohol. Dude, that's a lot at one time. Just try one thing. Just one thing. Like, you know what? I'm going to start entering in all of my people and actually making my phone calls through kvCore. That's the first thing, because that's where you're actually going to start making money. And then try to add on those other things after it starts to feel like an actual pattern. I think it takes like 21 days. Someone told me. I'm like, dude, that's a long time. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you so much for this teaching and this training, because kvCore is very overwhelming to me. And I've been with, hello?
Yes.
I was just saying that kvCore has been very overwhelming for me. I've been with EXP probably a little over 6 months, but I haven't given it the all that I should have been giving it. I've been a broker for years, but the kvCore was just really, really an obstacle for me, and still is. So I'm going to try, what you've kind of discussed, and I'm driving now, so I apologize for being in and out probably, but thank you. It was good information.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, honestly, just like I said, you can't break it, guys. You really, I mean, like you probably could, but like not intentionally. Just play around with stuff. Push the button, see what it does. Push the button.
Just push the button. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Okay. So if anybody needs anything, you know where to find Jackie. You can find her in Workplace. Please go find her on Instagram. Please go to her trainings, do one thing at a time, get kvCore up and running for your business. It's free. It works well, and you should be using it to help you get more business. So I'm excited that you guys were all here. If you have anything that you'd like to hear about these upcoming trainings, please message me. We'll find somebody that can bring you value. Otherwise, tomorrow, reminder, we have a great growth training at 10 a.m. Pacific. It's probably on many of your calendars. We just posted it again in Workplace. Join us if you can. It's a great coach joining us. I think you're going to find value. So thanks everybody for being here. Jackie, thank you. Get well, be better. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye, guys.